Welcome to the Shammas Group tutorial on tenant insurance for the Petroleum Building. My name is Joanne Sathokvorasat and I work in property management and accounting. We often get questions from tenants about how to submit proper documentations to meet their insurance requirements. For new tenants, most questions pertain to the requirements of the lease. For existing tenants, their circumstances may have changed, and additional insurance is now needed per their lease agreement that was not required at an earlier time. This change usually involves hiring new employees when before these tenants were the only employees in their company and also the owners of the sole proprietorship or partnerships, or they were the corporate officer of a corporation and therefore were exempt from the workers' compensation insurance requirement. We check with tenants once a year during their lease renewal if they have employees. However, it is the tenant's responsibility to ensure they are properly insured whenever employees join their company. Let's begin with a summary of the basic requirements. You will need a general liability insurance, which protects you from claims related to bodily injury, third-party medical costs, and advertising injury lawsuits. Your lease requires single limit coverage of $1 million or more per occurrence and an annual aggregate of $2 million or more. This insurance must be primary to and not contributory with any similar insurance carried by our entities. Insurance details are in Section 8 of your lease agreement. Our entities, the Petroleum Building LLC and C&D Shammas Realty LP, are to be named as the additional insured and at minimum as the additional insured managers or lessors of premises per written contract. Workers' compensation must meet statutory amount limit requirements and name your company as the insured. For the subrogation of waiver for the workers' compensation endorsement, our entities, the Petroleum Building LLC and C&D Shammas Realty LP, should be named as the additional insured. Here we will go into the details of each form for the commercial general liability insurance. Number 1 is the signed certificate of liability insurance that states the insurance limits, coverage, and policy numbers that match your policy endorsements. This coverage should include damage caused by heat, smoke, or fumes from a hostile fire. Such policies should be for a term of at least 1 year or the length of the remaining term of your lease. Please note that a certificate of insurance, or COI, is a summary of the insurance information and not evidence of coverage. For this reason, a disclaimer states at the top of the COI form, this certificate is issued as a matter of information only and confers no rights upon the certificate holder, that this certificate of insurance does not constitute a contract between the issuing insurers, authorized representatives or producer, and the certificate holder. Therefore, we need the endorsement as proof of insurance because the COI confers no rights to coverage. We need number 2, the scheduled endorsement of additional insured, naming us as the additional insured. This endorsement should include our address at 714 West Olympic Boulevard, Suite 1131, Los Angeles, California, 90015. Please make sure all endorsements have matching form numbers corresponding to each insurance policies on your certificate of insurance or declarations, and if they do not have matching form numbers, please provide us with the form list which contains the form numbers for your extension policies. We need number 3, proof that your policy is primary and not contributory to our property management entity's insurance policy. We will either need a primary and non-contributory endorsement, such as the one in this example naming us as the additional insured, or a page from your policy that states this insurance is primary and non-contributory. Please note that a professional liability insurance, also known as errors and omissions or E&O insurance, covers negligence related to your professional services or advice and does not meet our insurance requirements. Your workers' compensation endorsement will look like example 1 and name you or your company as the insured. Your subrogation of waiver for the workers' compensation will look like example 2 and name our entities as the additional insured. Please note that a commercial general liability or a business owner policy insurance does not include workers' compensation insurance. You will need to purchase a separate policy, possibly with the same insurance provider, for the workers' compensation. Other insurance to consider. It's recommended to obtain additional insurance for property damage, which covers a tenant's personal property, trade fixtures, and tenant-owned alterations and utility installations. Another insurance you may want to consider is workers' compensation for yourself, if you are the only employee of your company, to provide you financial relief in case you experience on-the-job injuries. Another insurance to consider is business interruption insurance, which covers your business when you experience an unexpected catastrophe and must close for a period of time due to damage to physical structures such as brick and mortar storefronts, fire, theft, vandalism, and natural disasters. Note that according to most insurers, pandemics are not covered under most business owners' insurance policy. After attending this tutorial, you will be able to answer some of these common insurance questions. Common questions we receive are the following. Question 1, I don't have employees. Do I need workers' compensation insurance? The answer is no. Common question 2, I gave you my COI. Why do you need the endorsement? The answer is your COI confers no rights to coverage. We need your endorsements to ensure you have insurance. Common question 3, by when do you need my insurance information? Your proof of insurance, which are your endorsements, are required before you move into your suite and then annually when your policy renews. If for any reason you are without coverage, your lease allows us to procure and maintain the insurance required, and remuneration for your insurance coverage is a percentage of the existing base rent or a fixed dollar amount, whichever is greater as stated in your lease. If, after review of your lease and speaking with your insurance broker or carrier, you still have questions, please don't hesitate to contact our property management office. You may obtain a copy of the PowerPoint presentation by following the link below this video. Thank you for joining me today for the Petroleum Building Tenant Insurance tutorial.